Hi, I'm Emily from the primary art class. Hopefully you enjoyed Home Art Learning 1, which was around mark making to music. This is Home Art Learning 2, and we're going to be looking at some examples of artists who have made art using the bed or the bedroom as inspiration. We're all spending a lot more time than we usually would at home, so we're going to be doing the same, using our bedrooms or our beds as inspiration to create our own art. But before we do that, let's look in a little bit more detail at the three artists that I told you about.
The first piece of art is by an artist called Angie Decker at Canuli Crosby. Start by looking at the picture and describing everything you see. Describe the setting and the characters. Look really closely at all the patterns, the foreground, the midground and the background. You may have noticed there are a lot of different patterns in this artwork and photographs in the background. Angie Decker is a Nigerian-born artist. This artwork uses a mixture of different materials, including collage and photo montage. Angie Decker's art often incorporates scenes from the everyday, being at home, doing normal things that we all do. Angie Decker's art also incorporates memories and experiences from living in both Nigeria and America. What do you think? If you make work inspired by this piece, you could use different collage materials, even old magazines or newspapers, to create your bedroom scene. This is a painting by the very famous artist Vincent van Gogh. It was painted in 1888. Vincent had just moved into this house and spent 3 days making it look nice. After that, he rested in bed, which is when he made this first painting. Have a look and describe everything you can see in the bedroom. Pause the video if you need to. Did you notice the odd angle of the bedroom? Apparently the wall was actually like that and it wasn't a mistake in Van Gogh's painting. Did you notice how bright the colours are? Apparently the artist chose them to symbolise rest and sleep. Which colours would you choose? Did you notice how this end of the bed appears so much larger? That's because of something called perspective. It means that things nearest to us appear larger than things in the distance. There are actually 3 versions of that painting, as well as sketches like this one. What do you think of the way Van Gogh has used lines in this drawing? Can you name the different types of lines that you can see? For example, horizontal, vertical and diagonal lines. If you make work inspired by Van Gogh, you could start with a sketch using lines like this, and then develop it into a painting, just like Van Gogh did. This art is by Rauschenberg and it was made in 1955. Have a good look. How do you think the artist made this work? Rauschenberg said, "I think a picture is more like the real world when it is made out of the real world." So what do you think he used to make this art? Apparently, Rauschenberg used his own bedding to make this art. He said it was summer, so he didn't need the quilt because it was so hot. Rauschenberg liked to use unconventional art materials, such as found, discarded objects in his work. This art is called bed. If you make work inspired by Rauschenberg, you could use materials that would otherwise get thrown away. Check with an adult first, and you could combine them with paint.
Please remember, we are not painting on the bed or on the walls of the bedroom. You're creating art inspired by that space and one or more of the artists that you've looked at. You might decide to quite simply make a drawing or a sketch of your space or your bed. You might want to use collage materials. You could even use materials found in your recycling bin. Make sure they're clean first. You might want to make a small sculpture or a model of your bedroom. Or you might decide to make an abstract piece of work using lines and shapes and colours to represent your bedroom. Good luck, and don't forget that you can always share your artwork on the Primary Art Class Facebook page. get an adult to help you. I look forward to seeing what you produce.